All right. Well, as you can see, we're back.
We're back.
We took a week off.
We took a small break.
A little small break last week.
There's a lot going on.
Well, what's going on is I think C's taking 2 weeks off.
Yeah, he's lucky, man.
He's lucky, man. He's got the money.
Vacation. Yeah, he's got the money going on a little vacation.
A little vacation. So we're here. We're back. This is the HoldEm Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna go good on our promise, bro. We've said that comments, requests, or anything, we're gonna go follow through. We were supposed to do it last week. Unfortunately, like I said, we were on vacation. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna do it this week. One of you guys is our listeners, or one of our fans, or one of our subscribers, you could say, right? Mm-hmm. Threw us out a good thing. Threw us a docu-series from Netflix, Innocent Files.
The Innocent Files, yeah.
But this person particularly said to watch episode 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting. At first, I was like, hey, are they trying to make us go into, like, you know, Mexican versus blacks, or what are they doing, right? Like, at first you get that impression, right?
To be honest, that's exactly how I felt when I saw it. And I thought it was very interesting because, you know, at first you think it's any other, like mystery story or any type of other story. But once they start getting into the details of it, it really makes you think, like, man, I didn't know it was this bad. I didn't know it was this bad for this long, bro. And you gotta think about it like this. Let's go back to the civil rights. You can go back before that. Man.
Before that, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And
it's crazy, guys, because we'll talk about what the issue is on this fucking docuseries, and it's a real story. But like you said, we could go way back, bro.
Definitely.
That's cover-ups, bro. Yeah, that's people fucking framing people and putting people in jail or putting people to die, dude. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Last week when we were supposed to break it down, I was going through one of my lectures for law school. And I'm not going to law school, guys. I just like to always be into, like, reading or listening to lectures. It's always good to learn. It's always good to learn, right?
Definitely.
And literally, as we're doing the research for the docuseries and we're watching the episode, after I do it, I listen to a lecture, and they're talking about a case in Alabama, bro, where and I'm going to get into the docuseries, but I'm going to bring this case up, too. Mm-hmm. It's in the early, bro. It's like early 20s, early 30s. And a prostitute, bro, got in the either bus or train. Mm-hmm. There was 7 young African Americans. Men.
Okay.
And she said, she was a prostitute, bro.
Yeah.
She said they raped her.
Okay.
Told the authorities, white prostitute. They convicted all 7 gentlemen to death. And
the death penalty.
Death penalty, bro.
Damn.
That went 2 times to the Supreme Court. 2 times. Because, first of all, they tried them without an attorney. They didn't provide an attorney in Alabama. They just, because, you know, it was so racist back then.
Especially in Alabama.
In Alabama, bro. They didn't give them an attorney. Like, no attorney would take them. They said, you know what, they're just guilty.
Yeah.
So, the judge proceeded with the case, trial them, and put them in and sentenced them to death, right? So then somebody appealed, and it went to another state appealed it, bro. Actually, another state appealed it.
Do you know what state it was?
I don't remember what state it was, bro. I'm trying to remember everything right now. But like I said, it was like last week.
Okay.
So then they appeal it. It goes to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is like, oh, you know what? They got to get an attorney. So they put an attorney on them. Okay. But then they put an attorney that was for real estate law, bro. Not even for civil or criminal law. Yeah. You know what I mean? For a real estate law on them. So then, boom, again, they go back to it, bro. At the end, bro, and this is like we said, it goes way back. And I feel really bad, man. And they still, the third time, bro, still sentence them to death except for one. One went his whole life to prison, bro.
Okay.
But think about that, bro. Now they're like, oh, it was a mistake because it was something that was made up. And with that segue, we could get into this thing right here. And this docuseries was interesting, bro. It happened in 1991, early 90s, in the city of Linwood. Apparently in Linwood there was is the sheriff. It's the sheriff's. It's not even a PD. It's a sheriff's city, which I know that there's a lot of people that say sometimes, well, you know, I'd rather have the sheriffs than the PD because the sheriffs are more
lenient.
I think that's what they say, but to me, everything that I've heard so far from not only from this docuseries but from other people is the sheriffs are a little bit more of a dick, bro. They're more like assholes. You know what I mean?
Well, I've heard different stories. I've heard the sheriff is more strict.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But based off my personal experience and what I've seen, I feel like the sheriff is definitely more chill.
Really?
Than a cop, yeah. Based off my personal experience and what I've seen.
Okay.
You know, based off my encounters with the police and the times I've been pulled over, and the times I've been wrongfully pulled over for no reason, it's always been a police officer who pulled me over for no reason. Every time I got pulled over by a sheriff, I was either speeding, wrongfully speeding, or driving in a carpool when I wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
And then honestly, there's been times where the sheriff will even
give you a break.
He'll give me a break, bro. And that's
okay.
You know. So
and like I said, HoldEm Podcast. We are not like, and I know that fucking our president makes shit fucking buck wild, bro.
Difficult.
He thinks that when we are saying we need police reform, we need police to change.
Yeah.
I mean, he fucking paints it as people want to abolish police.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody wants to abolish police.
Yeah. Well. Right? I mean, I feel like there are people that probably do want to abolish the police.
But for what, bro?
But
you have to have some type of law.
You need to have some type of structure, and you need to have some type of police that are going to police the police.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then the police also need to have some accountability as well. You know,
and get educated and better training, bro. Definitely. That's what we believe in.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We talked about that in our early episodes. So in this docuseries, 1991, it's a case where it's 6 young African Americans are outside their house. There is an issue going on in the neighborhood between 2 factions. It's a Latino gang or Mexican American gang and an African American gang. I don't believe only one of them was, right? One of the guys was affiliated
an actual gang.
And with the Cribs, right? And then I know that the Latino guy was involved. Well, through his sister, you know, he was affiliated.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, the rest of the other guys were not
in the neighborhood.
They were in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Right. So a car rolls up twice, goes around twice, to me and yourself. And I mean, I want to say this: if I see a car once and then I see the car roll up again, I already know. In my head, I already know.
Yeah, no, that's
shit's going down, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna wait till it comes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it can only be a couple of things. Either it's a drive-by, or it's something where it's like someone's gonna pull up and do something, ask you something like where you from,
right?
Or it's nothing good, pretty much.
It's nothing good. If you see a car rolling up twice, if you see a car
rolling and it's rolling slow, yeah, bro.
Yeah,
that's a red flag right there.
Unfortunately, an innocent bystander gets shot by I guess it was a Latino car. You know, it was a lowrider with some gangsters.
With an innocent bystander.
But it was an innocent bystander that was trying to get the young kids to go back home.
Exactly.
Or to get out of there because they were being loud.
Yeah.
He gets hit. He's a father.
He's a father of
one of the guys, and unfortunately, I think everybody was thinking like, you know what? It was a small gun, so they don't think he's gonna pass away. But I'm gonna be honest with you. From what I know, usually when you get shot with the 22, those are like the most dangerous guns to get shot with because it's such a small bullet that it travels. It travels. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
So that's the problem with those guns. So you know what I mean? He might have got hit in a vulnerable place and he ended up passing.
I wouldn't say they're like the most dangerous.
No. I'm just saying it's one of those.
To see.
Yeah.
They're not like a high caliber gun.
Right.
It's gonna
like if you get hit with the 9, it's just gonna go, right through you. You know what I mean? And if it goes through you and you're not in a deadly spot, you're gonna survive. You get me?
Definitely.
With the 22, you're probably gonna end up.
Yeah, because it might get stuck.
It's stuck. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, exactly. So he ends up dying. This person ends up passing away. The sheriffs, that's their I guess their city, right? The only thing that we forgot to mention is that during this time there is, like I said, a Mexican faction and a African American faction, but there's also one faction that we keep on forgetting right now to bring up, which is the Vikings. The sheriff's department had a gang known as the Vikings.
Yep.
And that was an Aryan. Yeah, and they admitted to it.
They admitted to it for sure.
They admitted to it.
Yeah.
And it was an Aryan, like what is it? A racist, right? A white supremacist.
It
was a white supremacist.
It was like a white supremacist gang within the police
force.
Definitely.
Now, the crazy part, bro, and that's what took me, is that they were throwing gang signs to the community. They were throwing it to the black. They were throwing it to the Mexican.
Yeah.
Now, how would you feel, bro, if a cop rolls up to you and throws you a gang sign, bro? Like right now, bro.
I mean, honestly, bro, after all the stuff I've seen and what I've been through and what I've been taught, anytime any cop gets around me, I just automatically get alerted. Even though I might not seem or act like it, I'm just kind of like aware and kind of got my head on the swivel, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I just try to make sure I don't look suspicious.
Right.
And I'm not saying this is the right way to live and the right way to think, but I'm just out of survival just to make sure I'm safe. You know, there's certain things that I do so I don't make other people feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because I feel like...
But is that the right way to live, bro? Is that
the right way to live?
And it is not the right way to be around police officers. But they should be there to make you feel safe.
That's true. That's true. And I'm not saying that all police officers have made me feel this way. But I'm just saying in the majority,
you do that just for
my safety.
Right.
For my safety and my precaution, you know? Because there's, you know, I've been pulled over by cops multiple times. But I've never been in jail, never been beaten. I never, you know. And the thing, I think part of that has to do with the way I handle myself and the way I carry myself with the police. Because, you know, they want authority. They want to be respected. Mm-hmm. So you kind of have to respect them to a certain extent if you want to just go about your day. In reality, you can be like, no, fuck you. You can start a scene, but it's just not going to lead into anything.
Well, once you become aggressive, that's pretty much what they want. They want you to become aggressive. Because that's it. You lost already. You already lost.
Yeah.
Because it's their word against your word. And that's kind of what they said there on the show, right?
Yeah.
Because what they do is, once the shooting happens, there was a detective, which and we can say his name, Ditch, right? Detective Ditch.
I forgot that.
Where he's also part of the Vikings.
Yeah.
And where he used to have connections to certain gang members, and he brought in one of the guys because he knows he had leverage, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what people don't get. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's like he wasn't like trying to get a guy to rat out. Pretty much, it's like, I have leverage on this guy. I'm gonna make this guy. It's like I said, they were trying to pin him. You know what I mean?
So he's the Viking to testify.
He's right. You see the old man that he's testifying, and then at first when he's getting what do they call it? Deposition. Did you notice that he was like, yeah, that's what he says. I'm proud of being a Viking. You know what I mean? I was brought up in that language system, so I'm proud of being a Viking. And then he's like, that's what the judge calls us, a gang, but we're not a gang. We're just people that are very committed and respectful. Like, fuck no, bro. Come on now.
Hey, look, any group that gets tatted up, that has guns and that throws up signs, that's a gang, bro.
That's a gang, bro.
Straight up.
Like if we did that, bro, right? If we got a HoldEm Podcast tattoo, and we're throwing HoldEm Podcast everywhere, we're throwing H's everywhere.
Yeah, it's gang.
What are they gonna think about us? Like, gang, right? They're gonna think we're a gang, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
We're a gang, bro. We're not like just a social group, fucking having fun here. You know what I mean? So, but this dude brings in this guy, and he knows he's got leverage. They're 16 years old. Remember, you guys gotta remember this. The guy that gets pinned for it, he's 16. The guy that they make, I guess, pinpoint the guy, right?
Yeah.
He's also 16 years old, guys. We're talking about 1991. He tells him, well, he looked like this guy, right? He shows him a bunch of pictures. He's like, he looks like this guy. He's like, and the detective tells him, no, dude, it can't be this guy. This guy's in jail. And then he's like, okay, well, no, it looks like this guy then. And then he's like, no, it can't be that guy. Like, he just says, like, no, it can't be that guy.
Yeah.
So then finally, when, like, the guy says it, dude, like, the guy says, like, after a bunch of fucking people, I recognize somebody from school. And I said, oh, this guy. And that's when he says, yeah, it is that guy.
Oh, yeah. No.
He tells him, it is that guy.
No, but how he said it, though.
How did he say it?
So he said, after the guy's looking through all the photos and he's saying it's not this guy. Or after he points out one guy.
That's the detective saying it's not that guy.
Yeah, the detective saying, no, it can't be him.
Right.
So the young African-American kid he recognizes a guy that he goes to school that he's seen around the neighborhood. So he's like, oh, well, I know this guy. I've seen him around the neighborhood. The sheriff says, oh, well, it could be him.
Yeah.
You know, because he's young and he might be trying to earn his stripes in the game.
Exactly, bro.
Like what kind of bullshit is that, bro?
Bro, like, how do you do that, dude?
Really? Like, based off your assumption, like, I don't get that, bro.
Exactly. So then what happens, bro? Then a search warrant happens. They arrest the young Latino or Hispanic guy. Mm-hmm. He thinks, because, I mean, he thinks it's the wrong fucking... Well, he ends up at the end, he's the wrong guy, right? But he's like, you know what? This is going to work out itself. You know what I mean? They're picking me up, but I'm going to be out. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to...
Because he knows that night of the shooting, he was at home.
He was at home.
He wasn't in the car, you know? And that's when people get it all confused, because even though the people that were in the gang did the shooting, he might have known who did it. He might have been affiliated with the same gang, but he wasn't there.
He wasn't there,
Therefore,
bro.
you know, he shouldn't be charged. Or
anything.
Yeah, he shouldn't be going to trial or nothing.
So this is two 16-year-old kids, bro.
Yeah.
This 16-year-old ends up going to juvenile hall.
Yeah.
At juvenile hall, like I said, and the gentleman that got shot and murdered, he was well known. So somebody well respected. Yeah. Somebody at the juvenile hall knew him. One of the officers, remember? Because they beat up on the Latino, and they almost killed him. It wasn't because somebody passed by. Remember? And he said,
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I remember when he went to juvie. I don't remember.
He said that he got beat up by a CO. And he said, I think it was somebody that knew
him.
Okay, that knew him, and you know,
and
he's like, dude, he's like, I'm thinking I'm innocent, and now I'm getting beat up for something for no reason. I'm almost getting killed. So he's still okay. Then they put a fucking attorney that he never sees. Right? He says he's only in like 2 years because it took him 2 years to actually get a trial going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he only saw him like he said the most I seen him was 5 minutes. In that whole fucking 2 years, that when he would come in and ask him like, "Oh, how you doing?" Okay. Well, next time we'll do this, and it was like 5 minutes the most he talked to him, bro. And then when they finally go to like trial, right?
Yeah.
Like but then that's when the district attorney noticed that the fucking detective that was shady gave him the 6-pack, but only one eyewitness, right? But he gave out 6 witnesses.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Yeah.
And then she's like, well, why didn't the 6 witnesses point out the same guy?
Why did one person
point it out? And then remember, that's when he's like, oh, hold on. And then that's when he does the 6-pack. But by this time, the African American kid already had told him, I picked one.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Yeah.
So all of them picked the same one, even though he didn't fucking change the lineup.
Yeah.
He didn't change anything.
He sabotaged it, though.
He sabotaged it so everybody would pick the same kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was kind of fucking crazy, but that goes into a mistrial, remember?
Yeah.
That goes into a mistrial because...
Definitely.
They noticed that there was a lot of abnormalities. There was like...
There's some wrongdoing within the case.
There's some wrongdoing. And that's the first judge. So then they retrial the kid, but by this time he's already 18. He's already in prison, bro.
Yeah. He got bumped up to prison.
He got bumped up into prison, bro.
Yeah.
And remember, he's still thinking shit's gonna happen. Shit's gonna be done right.
Yeah,
he thinks that the adults,
Yeah, he's being very optimistic about the situation.
He thinks that the adults are gonna fucking work with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He believes in the fucking in the system, bro.
Yeah, he has faith in the system.
He has faith in the system. Now, and it sucks, bro, because
it's really unfortunate, bro.
And I'm gonna be honest, I probably would have been like him, himself. You know what I mean? You come out blindfoldly believing in the system, but when you start really reading, when you start really gathering knowledge, and I don't mean gathering knowledge from school, guys. I'm thinking about you got to go out there and you got to do your own research.
Yeah.
The system's set up not to help minorities.
Definitely.
We are not.
It doesn't benefit us.
We are not. Yeah, we're not gonna get benefited. You know what I mean? We are the enemy, bro.
Yeah,
we are gonna get fucked. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you gotta do your work now, man. You know. So this he's trying to like look good. He even asked a prisoner right for some fucking boots. Yeah, remember he tells him like, "Hey man, can I wear those boots to court?"
Right.
And then he gets them, and then somebody tells him, "Don't wear those, because once you wear those, that's a no man. You're gonna go to jail. You know what I mean? You're gonna be guilty." So he goes to jail.
I thought that part was interesting too.
Well, can you believe that? Like, okay, so Bezos, we're talking about the Dodgers. They're in the World Series right now. They're playing right now.
They're winning.
Baseball players are very superstitious.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, that was interesting. If you wear the prison
boots,
or I guess they're saying the shoes that they give you in prison, that's an omen for them, for prisoners, you know. And like I said, we haven't been in jail. I haven't been, so I wouldn't be a person that would be telling you like, okay, that's really happening. You know what I mean? We'd probably bring somebody in that's been to jail, and we'll ask them that question. And I do have a couple people that have been in prison, and I could ask them that question. We're gonna ask that question for sure. But I guess the omen is if you wear the state-given shoes, it's bad luck, bro. That you'll go to.
Okay.
You'll get a guilty. But he still got a guilty. He still got a guilty fucking. Yeah, I know. He still got the guilty, bro. Without the fucking shoes, he still got it. But it was set up, bro. It was set up. It was already set up by the cops for him to take the fall. And it was set up by this fucking detective. Because I guess their thing was. And I think the attorney says it, right? The attorney for the police department says that. Well, for us, it was like, let them take care of themselves, you know what I mean? And if you get one off the streets, that's even better, you know what I mean? Or something like that. Statement like that. And it's like, just fucking crazy, bro. Like, so you rather just have innocent people in fucking jail for a crime that they didn't do, but that's supposed to make you guys look like you guys solved the crime. Because I guess, okay, we forgot to bring this up.
What's up?
Remember they were saying that it was 1,000 unsolved crimes a month? Or something like that?
In LA?
In LA, dude.
Yeah, and this is also a time in LA where crime is like at all-time
high, bro. But, okay. Now, I know we're talking about this, but I'm going to ask a question right now. Okay, bro. So think about it like this. So let's just say you're a police officer. Crime's out of control right here in this city.
Okay.
So are you just going to start grabbing up people, just fucking busting people up, just to put people in jail? Innocent people in jail, just to make sure people say, like, you know what? At least they're arresting people and putting people in jail, because that's pretty much what they're saying. They're saying they're just putting people in jail because they wanted to make sure that some of the crimes got solved. Mm-hmm. But they didn't give a fuck if it was the right person going to jail or the crime was really solved. They just wanted to make people happy.
Get the quota in.
They get the quota in. You think that's right?
No, that's definitely not right. But like I said, I mean, because I'm trying to put myself in both shoes.
Okay, put yourself.
Okay, so if I was a cop, I'm thinking like.
Back then.
Okay,
Go back then.
Back then,
with
the technology that I had, I would have been like, I would have been, me personally, if I was a cop, I would have been like, okay, well, we need some better statistics to know, like, the age group of who's causing these crimes, where these crimes are being committed, and the time they're being committed. And then kind of go from there, patrol those areas, you know? Those guys, like the crash unit back in the day, they were just driving down the street, go up to any group of young men that were walking across the street. They would just pretty much pull over, search them, get them on the top of the car, beat them up. They do all types of corrupt shit to them, you know what I mean? And they got away with it.
And that's during the Rodney King incident.
Yeah.
You got to remember, that's during the Rodney King incident, which Rampart was a fucking dirty ass fucking.
It's a crash unit.
Yeah, a crash. A gang unit. Remember?
Yeah.
And they used to have a gang too, right? I remember when they investigated Rampart, they had their own gang too, bro.
Yeah.
So there's a pattern here, guys. I don't know if you guys have seen Training Day.
Great movie.
One
of my favorites.
And sometimes we think of it like, oh, it's just a fucking movie. But that movie's
based on true events.
But that's what I'm saying. If you think about it, in that movie, Alonzo was kind of part of a gang too, bro.
Yeah.
He was part of a gang.
He definitely was.
Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves is another one.
Another one.
Yeah.
And what happens with the fucking the police officers? They're a fucking gang too, bro.
That's true.
You get me?
Yep.
So we have all this fucking movies that are kind of wrapping police departments as gangs. So why is it so hard for people to fucking understand that maybe there's some truth to that, dude? And now we have a docu-series with real life events, real facts, stuff that really happened. I mean, and we're going to finish breaking it down, but where something really happened that's pointing at a police gang. So why is it so hard for people to say, you know what? We gotta fucking fix this shit, man. We gotta fix it. Because honestly, bro, after watching this, like me, if I was to get popped for something, bro, and I know I'm innocent, I'm getting a fucking high-power attorney, bro. I'm getting a fucking high-power attorney. You know what I mean? I'll fucking put my house, everything, bro.
For sure.
I'm putting everything because, you know what I mean? I know how it could get dirty now, dude.
No, definitely. And the thing is, like, now, after everything that you've seen, it seems like the only way to get away free from these situations is to get a high-powered attorney and drop some money.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of cops will take advantage of these minorities because they know they don't have the money and resources. And they might not have the connections to contact their local politicians or their lawyers, or you know what I mean, or So I look at it as, the police officers are another, or not every police officer.
Not every police officer, bro.
This Viking sheriff gang, they're just really being so corrupt to the point where it's like, there's no good that could come from this at all, bro. It can only get worse. And then what makes me sick is that I see this all over the country, bro. This is not only going on in LA, bro.
Exactly,
it's going on in New York, Miami, all the big major cities.
Chicago. What happened with this? What was it? The cops that got popped didn't even get sentenced for murdering the young lady. They got sentenced because they shot at the wrong apartment. Remember?
Which one?
Oh, the girl. Oh, what's her name right now, man?
Breonna Taylor?
Yes, there you go.
Okay, all
right. So, remember?
What?
The dudes did not get sentenced for murdering her.
Yeah. And you know what?
And that's what I'm talking about, dog. Like,
how? One of those names is Miles, bro. That's all bad.
Exactly, bro.
That's all bad.
It's all bad, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to. Oh man, and this is currently.
This is going on right now.
Right now. 2020 is still happening. We're talking about something that happened in 1991.
Yeah.
We're talking about something that happened in 1920, 1930s that I was telling you guys
That's
about
true.
in Alabama.
That's
you know what I mean?
Emmett Till. If you guys know the story about Emmett Till, how allegedly he whistled at a girl, a white lady in the South, and she told her family members, and they brutally murdered him. Based off what she said, and then years later she was like, "Oh, it was false. It was false." You know what I mean?
Did somebody go to jail, bro?
Yeah.
No, did somebody go to jail for that?
I don't think
brutally murdering him.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And this is what I'm saying, man. We need to fix this fucking problem, man. Yeah. We need to do something, man. We need to do something where, like I said, I'm not about abolishing police departments, and I know that the current president of the United States, and he might be the president after the election, but whatever. The current guy right now, right? He keeps on trying to tell you guys that if the Democrats win the presidency, that the Democrats are going to take the police department away or the police force out. That's a fucking lie, guys. Nobody's taking anything away. I don't think anybody's asking for that. And actually, next week, okay, we're not done with the show, but next week,
not at all.
He's got a surprise for us. Let us know,
definitely,
bro.
Man. So
frontliner.
So next week, we're going to have a guest who's actually a frontliner of the protests that were going on. When were the protests going on? Was it March or May?
No. It was happening in June.
In June. Yeah, so he was on the news. So we're going to get him on. It's a surprise guest. You guys are going to see. And he's also famous for doing some other stuff. He's also involved in sports, modeling. He was on that show, Shark Tank.
Oh, damn, no!
Yeah, definitely.
So there's going to be more than us.
Something in store for you guys for sure.
So we have something, but like I said, a frontline protester. Yep. You know what I mean? So we're trying to bring you guys like stuff that's currently happening, man. I'm not going to give you guys this fucking guys that are Ben Shapiro that are stuck in their house just giving opinions, you know what I mean? I'm going to give you guys Joey Diaz, who's stuck. Well, I don't know where he's at anymore, bro.
What happened to Joey Diaz?
He moved, dude. He moved. He's one of those celebrities. Like, okay, 50 Cent. Did you see that bullshit with 50 Cent?
No.
He wants to move from New York because first he's endorsing Trump now. Okay. Because of the tax that they want to do to
I saw the taxes.
But that's to anybody. Like, if you have that type of money, bro, you're gonna get. Okay, Joe Rogan moved from California, right?
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to get taxed in California. He's gonna get taxed wherever he's at. He's gonna get screwed, bro.
No, but the tax is gonna be less wherever he moves, and that's probably why he's Because I remember he used to criticize Trump a lot on his podcast.
Nah, bro. I painted at you, dude. I told you.
No, dog. He used to criticize Trump a lot in his podcast, and in the most recent years, he started to be like, he doesn't say he voted for him, but he'll be like, oh, well, Trump's gonna win. He's gonna win anyways. Like he's kind of
endorsing him, dude.
Yeah, in a way, he kind of is. Yeah, in a way, it kind of is. But you know what? I still like Joe Rogan, bro. I know this guy doesn't like.
I hate him, bro. Fuck you, Joe. right, so let's finish up with the docuseries, bro. I mean, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's up?
Joe is excellent at interviewing, talking to people.
He's good
excellent.
at what he does.
He's good at what he does, but and it's not that I hate him. I don't hate Joe Rogan. I don't think I hate anybody. I don't even hate the current president of the United States. I don't hate him. Do I dislike him? Yes. Do I dislike Joe Rogan? No, I don't dislike Joe Rogan. That's the difference. You know what I mean? Do I feel like Joe Rogan is not responsible with his actions? Yes. That's what I said in that show. Remember? I said that one thing is for you to say, like you said, he doesn't say, "Oh, I'm endorsing Donald Trump," but I'm saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna vote for the other guy."
Yeah.
So you pretty much are saying something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just gotta be responsible with what you say, man. And if you say that, I mean, I'll tell you this: if Joe Rogan said, "You know what? I'm endorsing him," boom, 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 I'll probably be over it, bro. But since you keep on denying it, you know what I mean? But
I don't
you
see
keep.
nothing wrong with it.
Oh man,
We're gonna get into it, but I'm gonna tell you why though. Okay? Because I kind of understand what you're saying, but at the same time, like he needs to engage all audiences from.
Oh
who's
yeah.
voting for both.
Right. No. I get you.
So the best way to do that is to pretty much be bipartisan and play both sides, and you know.
But okay, now I'm gonna throw you a checkmate right now,
Right.
and we're supposed to be playing.
We're supposed to be playing poker, but
we're playing chess right now.
We're playing chess. Okay.
Okay, what did The Rock do? Dwayne Johnson. What did he do? He endorsed Biden and Harris. After he did that, everybody was criticizing him. Oh, he's gonna lose so many. What happens at the end of that week? He becomes the number one American, and I think the number one celebrity in the world with the most people on his social media.
Yeah, he definitely has
See,
the most
gained
followers for sure.
So he gained, bro. So that's what I'm saying, and I know what Joe was doing. You know what I mean? Joe's saying, I'm trying to be neutral because I have audience in both parties.
But we call bullshit, Joe. We know who you are.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
So let's get back. Okay, so I'm about to summarize this thing because this thing went, and I recommend you guys watch it. I'm very thankful to the subscriber that told us about it.
Definitely.
Because it really, believe me, it boiled my blood, and I know it boiled your blood.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm on that.
But let me tell you this.
Yeah.
He ends up spending 20 years in jail. The guy that was innocently charged, 20 years in jail. At the age of 16, when he got arrested, he had a girlfriend and he got her pregnant. So she had a baby. I guess when he was 17, he had the baby. So this is what hurt me the most, because you're saying you didn't see your kid grow up, bro. You didn't see your kid take his first 2 steps.
Yep.
You didn't see your kid be
Go to
born.
school, be born.
Exactly, bro. Like
ride a
that
bike.
I know. And what about when his dad passed away? The only witness that he had, bro.
Yeah, that really hurt me because his dad went to go visit him
And tells him
when he was in prison, and he had to pretty much deliver the bad news to let him know, he was sick. I think he had cancer.
Yeah.
And that part right there, that really hurt me, man, because I know how that felt, and I lost my dad to cancer.
Sorry, brother. Sorry, dude.
No, man. Like I just know how that feels, and I know how it affected me. So I'm pretty sure it definitely affected him. I mean, he's been through enough trauma already. So yeah, that part really made me feel bad.
And that's what I'm saying. So you lose your pops. You cannot go to his funeral.
Yeah.
Pretty much, he comes to see you to give you the bad news. We don't know how much longer he lived, you know what I mean? But he passes away. He didn't get to go to his funeral. He didn't get to pay his respects to his pops, you know what I mean? He loses the only witness that he had, the only alibi that he had.
Because he was with them the day of the shooting.
He was with them the day of the shooting, yeah. He doesn't see his son grow up. But he said that, I guess, the letters that his son and him would sent to each other was what kept him alive and what kept that promise that he would get out. Yeah. Kept the hope, you know what I mean?
For sure.
And at the end, he ends up coming out. He ends up doing what they call and I'll give you guys the term, you know what I mean? I have it right here. He did it in 2003, I believe. 2003 or 2006. That's when he did it. And it was let me give it to you guys right here. It was habeas corpus, which it means that a habeas corpus. He did one in 2003, which was denied, and then he got another one in 2006, and that's when that innocent program assisted him with it. That lady Allen.
Mm-hmm. That's when she started asking
the questions and asking the witnesses and everything. So he ends up kind of like giving somebody and you know what, dude? Big shout outs to a teacher, because we had a teacher here and we saw his passion, and it was the GED teacher at Folsom Prison that told that attorney, remember? That I have somebody that you could, go interview, and I think he's innocent.
Yeah, and the teacher didn't have to do that.
She didn't have to do it,
She
bro.
didn't have to do that.
She didn't have to do it.
She literally went out of her way to help this man who was innocent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, speeding up the process, he ends up getting out after serving 20 years in prison. 20 years in prison, 2 years in juvenile hall.
But how does he get out?
Because he wins. They end up redoing the trial, which is one of the hardest things. Because even the police department said, the old district attorney said, you know what? A lot of people do the habeas corpus, and it's a small percentage that ends up getting out. Because what you have to do is you have to prove you're innocent now. Mm-hmm. You no longer have to, I guess when you're first getting trial, they got to prove you that you're guilty. Now you got to prove that you're innocent. And you have to bring in new evidence, and that's what they did. The lady Helen and that other program, the innocent program, ended up, re-interviewing, getting letters
to the witnesses,
and everything. Everybody kind of said, I wasn't even in this. So at the end, you end up finding out that, whatever the sheriffs painted that they were in a circle, that wasn't it. Remember? Yep. They were all apart. One of the kids says he was in his own yard. Another kid said he was walking. Mm-hmm. He wasn't even there. You know what I mean? But the sheriffs painted this picture where they were all gathered.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened. So no, I mean, it was kind of crazy once everything happens. But big shout outs to and that's another thing that touched me, bro. The son of the man that got shot was the key player there, because he said, I was angry at the guy because I wanted to kill him myself because he killed my father. Remember? My father was the one that held that family together and everything. But when the attorney talked to him and told him that there was more facts, and they started reading all kinds of things, and it's the crazy part is, remember when before he got sentenced to the 20, whatever it was life. I believe it was life in prison. Remember, the guy that did it or was part of it tries to testify that he did it to get the guy out, and the sheriffs and the DA said no. This guy, they probably found him at Home Depot, and all of a sudden they want to pin it on him.
Yeah, but you know why they did that though?
Because they didn't want to fucking look back. They cover their own ass. They cover their own ass.
Exactly.
To cover their own ass, the guy that kind of had I know who did it or he did it.
Yeah.
He was gonna fucking come to the stand and say it
with the actual evidence.
And they said no.
Yep.
No, we got the guy here, dude. Yep. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Right. Get out. Get going, dog. You didn't do it. You know what I mean?
You had nothing to do.
You didn't have nothing to do with this. But so he ends up at the end. The guy ends up confessing again, and the guy gets off. He ends up doing a civil lawsuit. This kid that was in there for 20 plus years in jail ends up getting $10.1 million. Now, I gave a question earlier off camera where I said, would you rather have, and if we got to break it down, guys, if he got $10.1 million, you end up giving 33% to your law firm. Okay, so that means that he probably got about $7 million. With taxes and everything, he ended up probably getting about $6 million. So what I told him, I told you, right? Mm-hmm. I said, would you rather get $6 million or not go to jail for 20 plus years?
So $6 million and stay in jail for 20 years, and then the other
right. Stay in jail, and after 20 years or 20 plus years, you get out and you get $6 million, or have your freedom and not get that money, man.
Yeah, I'd definitely rather have my freedom.
And you have your kid. You see your kid grow up, and the memories.
That's the reason why, because once you have your freedom, you got the ability to see your kid. You got the ability to be with your family, and you got the ability to make more than $6 million. Exactly. If you wanted to, you know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Or you have opportunities, opportunities for sure.
Now, maybe going to this, guys, which is kind of crazy. So, police violence for 2020, and we're talking about October 4th, 2020. Okay. So far, this is not from the docu-series. This is me doing research, okay? So far, right now, this year, 839 people have died with the police, any type of police incidents. 839. That's nationwide. Out of that 839, 28% of them are black. Despite African Americans being 13% of the population. So when the president says that we don't have a problem, we have a problem. When the percentage of the population, and he doesn't see it, bro, because he does the same shit with COVID. You know what I mean? I don't even know why I'm even bringing that shit up. He doesn't look at the proper numbers. 13% of the population is lower than 28%, bro. 28% is a lot, dude. It is. You know what I mean? So we do have a problem. Now, this goes for my people because I have seen the memes. There's some people saying Chicanos for Trump. So fuck you guys too. You know what I mean? Okay. We are the second minority that has been getting murdered up by the fucking police, bro. So let's not think it's only black people getting killed by the police, bro.
It's not.
We are the second ones in command, bro, after that. So that means we have a problem, guys. Obviously, like the president says, white people are getting killed too. Yes, white people are getting killed too, bro. But I'm going to tell you this. I've seen videos of white people going up to police officers, yelling at them, swinging at them, taking their guns,
running from
them, and not getting shot.
Spitting on them. Bro, I seen people run out of the cars after they were cuffed, like jump out of cars. I seen all types of stuff, bro. And I'm just saying, bro, like here, just
treat everybody the same, bro.
Bro, look, one time I was here downtown Fullerton, and I was with my girlfriend, okay, and we were walking down the hallway, or like down like a little passway, and then there was a couple, and they were fighting right in front of the cops, and the dude was arguing with her. And he was just going off, and the cops kind of cruise, and they kind of look from far away. They kind of see if anything's going on. They flash the light, and they kind of keep it moving. And then I looked at my girl, and I was like, look, if that was us arguing, the cop would have fucking...
Yeah, you're going in, dog! Exactly. You're going in, boy!
Exactly.
No questions asked.
No questions asked.
You're going in.
Yeah, they would have whipped my
They
ass.
let her go, and then the next day they bring her in to make sure she's okay. If she's okay, then you're out. You know what I mean? Exactly. If not, you're in, dude.
Exactly, yeah.
No, and that's what I'm trying to say. And that's when I say stuff like, we've seen the videos. He just gave you guys a real scenario that happened here in the OC. Okay? Now, we just want to be treated the same, man. If a white person can jump off a fucking vehicle, cuss out a cop, spit at a cop,
swing at a cop,
and not get shot, that should... And I'm not saying that's right, okay? Let's just make sure... I'm not saying that's okay. It's not right at all. But if I jump off a car and I start asking questions, I should not feel like I'm gonna get shot, dude. If I reach out for my phone, I should not. No, my phone does not look like a fucking gun, dude.
Right.
So I shouldn't be getting shot. You know what I mean? So I think we are thankful for the docu-series. We know we have a problem, a very crazy problem. We hope things get better, man. And like I said, just everybody get treated the same. Now, I don't want people thinking that we're saying get out there and fucking slap a cop. No, I'm saying if it's not okay for me to jump off a car and slap a cop, and it's not okay for him to jump off and slap a cop, it shouldn't be okay for anybody. Carl to go fucking do it. You know what I mean? Or fucking Karen to go out there and do it. Yeah. So let's make sure Carl and Karen also gets fucking the shake up and get scared.
Everyone needs a little discipline.
Everybody needs a little discipline.
For sure.
And anything else you want to leave them with? I know next week. I'm already excited for next week, bro.
I won fantasy this week. Both leagues.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't want to talk about last week because he was facing me. What was it?
I won last week.
No, you won last week. 2 weeks ago. I got you.
I lost.
Hey, bro. Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're gonna close it up a little bit, but we're gonna talk about NFL and COVID.
Let's talk about it.
Those COVID cases are still popping up.
I don't think there are any from this week though.
No, not from this week, but there's still people sick from COVID.
Yeah.
And then
last week and the week before.
Yeah, last week and the week before.
Definitely some cases.
Now, I know that the World Series right now has fans. Is that kind of dangerous?
Very dangerous.
And I'm gonna tell you the reason why I'm saying it's kind of dangerous because we saw the league championships. They had the tarp in the lower seating, lower section. Right now for the World Series, there's fans in the lower section, bro. So let's say Mookie Betts, who's been doing some great defenses of grabs in the outfield, he's gonna have fans close by, bro.
Yeah. Especially if he goes up.
If he goes up for a ball, dude, he's gonna have fans there, bro. Isn't that a little dangerous from MLB? And the reason why we're saying is because NFL had the same issue. NFL has fans in there, and we don't know if that's how this fucking players ended up in Tennessee getting the COVID, bro.
That's true.
You get me? So you're exposing not only players, but exposing. Let's say a player has it, and now there's fans there. Boom. You know what I mean?
That's true. Fans want to take a picture.
I'm gonna do this. I told somebody this week. It just started. Week just started. I told somebody that the days of fans being able to have access to athletes are over, bro. With this COVID, I don't think we're ever gonna be able to, like, say, hey, can I take a picture with you, LeBron? Like, the reason why I was talking about this is because LeBron was at Vegas Encore this weekend, and he was at he had a cabana, and people were saying, oh well, he had a cabana and this and that, and I'm like, yeah, but he had a cabana. Trust me, there is no way you're gonna have that access. I've never, and I'm gonna say, I was only one time from me to you with LeBron, and it was in Vegas too.
Oh, you ran into him?
No, well, we were at a club.
You were this close to him?
Yeah, this close to him.
So you were like...
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh, no, I'm going to tell you this. Shaq put his hand on me, bro.
Like that?
We were coming down an elevator at the MGM. We were coming down. He ended up jumping on the elevator. So, like, for 2 floors, Shaq was in the elevator with me.
Definitely
but
Vegas.
he got to touch me, bro. He got to touch me. You know? No, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't think it's ever gonna happen, bro.
Yeah,
like that close
the fan interaction with celebrities and the
athletes is done, dude. It's done through this COVID.
And you also hear about famous people that are getting COVID, and they're saying, "Oh, well, I don't know how I got it, but I have been taking photos with fans."
Yeah, exactly.
So
maybe. Well, dude, I'm a Raider fan, man. And when I found out about it was a good cause. Waller had a thing for his foundation, and Derek Carr was there, and a couple of the players were there, and they were wearing masks. I was fucking mad, bro. I was like, God damn it, dude, because you started thinking like, this fuck is gonna get COVID, and we're gonna fuck up our season, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, bro, let's take it serious, guys. COVID's still here. It's kind of hurt us a little bit. I have to adjust my lineups because of COVID.
I think everyone has to,
Dude, I'm going to tell you this. Usually, I used to set up my lineups Saturday night. I'm seeing myself right now, Sunday morning, probably till 9:45, still working with the fucking lineup, bro. Because you're trying to think like who's coming out of fucking COVID IR
every day.
Right?
And in the day of, bro, I set an alarm on Sunday morning just so I review what I'm doing before kickoff for all the games because there's too much going on.
And that we're just talking about us because we're playing fantasy football.
Yeah.
Imagine coaches, bro.
I know, bro. The staff, the general managers, bro. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine doing that, bro. That's just hard enough playing Madden as a general manager.
And this goes from a Raider fan, and I'm gonna leave it in a positive. Dak Prescott, bad injury last week.
Yeah, that was
bad. That was horrible, bro. I only saw it one time. I saw it live, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm the type of person that I don't like seeing any type of stuff like that, man. Because I don't know, for some reason, that's where I'm like very superstitious, bro. I think if I see it over and over, it could happen to me. You know what I mean? So I only see it one time, and that's it, bro. But what I'm saying is,
I seen that in person. That shit's not cool.
You seen it in person?
Yeah, I seen the same exact injury.
Oh, injury. Oh, okay, okay.
That same injury that Dak had.
Yeah.
I seen that in person, where his leg was hanging off the freaking bone and shit, where his foot was hanging off. Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Recovery, how bad is it, bro?
Shoot, bro. I don't know, bro. It looks like
long time.
Looks like a long time.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, like, I'm not a doctor in no way, but I'm guessing like probably like 4 months.
Fuck.
At least.
Fuck. All right. But so he's not coming back for the season. But what I'm saying is, and I want to leave it in positive, is that he posted a video on Instagram. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Like I said, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I'm always going to be a fan of positivity. And Dak Prescott gives you guys, first of all the support. He says thank you for all the support that he's getting from fans, the prayers and everything. And he gives everybody a very positive message, man. Mm-hmm. For somebody that's going through that injury, for somebody that's going through, because he doesn't have a contract.
No, I know.
After this season, bro.
I
know Stephen A. Smith says, well, Jerry Jones should do the right thing and give him a contract. But come on, we got to be realistic. This is corporate America, bro. They're not going to give him a contract, bro.
Yeah, especially after what happened.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel bad. Because he was in a contract dispute with his organization. And, you know, he was literally putting it on the line for them. You know what I mean? Trying to negotiate this contract. And this unfortunate incident happens where it's going to be hard for him to have leverage in negotiating a contract again. And the thing is, he's also going through a couple of deaths in his family within like a few years, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like, I feel bad for what he's going through off the field on top of that. You know what I mean? And I was talking to my friend about this. I was like, yeah, bro, I feel bad after all the shit that's going on. And my friend said some shit like, oh, well, he has $30 million, bro. Like, I don't feel bad for him.
Bro,
it's not about the money, bro.
Exactly. We just talked about $6 million. Like, even though it's 10.1, once you break it down, $6 million for 20 years in prison. Fuck that. I would rather take my freedom than be in prison. You know what I mean? $30 million in the bank, or have that type of injury, and have your family back.
Yep.
What would you rather have?
I'd rather have my family, bro.
And no injury.
Yeah, and no injury. Because then you have the potential and opportunity to make more money in the future.
Exactly. So, with that said, I know it was a little downer at the end. I thought we were going to leave it up in a positive. But I think the positive is what he said, bro. He's very hopeful. He's very glad. And
he's very optimistic.
And very optimistic. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. With that type of mentality, you're talking about 4 months probably. At least. You know what I mean? Hopefully he doesn't go through the same issues that Alex Smith went through. But let's just be hopeful. Positive vibes for Dak Prescott. And I really see this young man, even if he doesn't come back into football, he's got a great future. He's got a great future, bro, because the kid is liked. A lot of people like him. I'm going to tell you this. I saw Giant players cheer